All right, we're gonna check out the rabbit hole of Black Pentecost. Deeskitty did a couple of really good videos. I like their one on Abruptum, their one on the Beast of Satan, and their one on Grossum Kite. So I'm gonna definitely check out this rabbit hole. My country, in its infinite stupidity, does scheduled power outages. My internet does that.
As you all know by now, or if this is your first time clicking on these videos, I make videos on disturbing media and mostly metal. Recently on my Abruptum video, I got a
However, it seems this was a temporary one. Fair enough.
comment that piqued my interest on a specific band called Black Pentecost. It read, "There's another band out there that was said to torture themselves, Black Pentecost. I don't actually know if this band exists or has ever existed, but there's an album out there that is just as batshit crazy as Abruptum. I have the album somewhere, but I can't find any additional info on this at all. Needless to say,
Damn, Black Pentecost. I've never heard of the band.
this piqued my attention extremely quickly, and it gave me the idea to do a video on Black Pentecost. And during the research of this video, I went down one of the most absurd and weird rabbit holes I've ever been down for a band. This band's lore is so...
I'm glad your power is back at least. Rabbit hole includes sadomasochism, some women biting, burning, and I'm going to say attacking the band while recording, a reformed band, a trans dominatrix, an evangelist priest, and 2 lost albums. Holy shit. Deeskitty, are you okay?
weird to the point where, like, it's impossible to believe it's true. But there's proof for everything being real. Like, with what every single one of the...
When you have a minute, would you look at your Discord DMs? Yeah? Hold on. Oh, Zomux, let's go! Why didn't you tell me this earlier? I'm so proud of you! So proud of you. Hold on, let me... Hold on. I sent it as soon as I got it. I'm so proud of you, Zelmox. You're busy and I didn't want to interrupt. That's okay. I'm just super happy for you.
band members say and everything that happens. So, without further ado, I introduce you to the batshit crazy world of Black Pentecost.
Okay.
Just want to quickly say, once again, thank you for all the support and views and video, and all the watch. All these... Why are you all watching this shit?
Because you're interesting.
It's crazy to me, to imagine. I've been doing... I've said multiple times before how much this means to me. It's very overwhelming.
You're welcome, Zelmox.
To have you all here and have this level of success so early on in this channel's lifetime.
We're proud of you. We're proud of you.
It's not a big deal or anything. It's not like my main inspiration for the channel, subscribed to me recently or anything, that...
Let's go!
Be crazy. What the fuck are you doing here, man? You're welcome here. You are completely welcome here. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much, Wyatt, for being and subscribing. But it's so surreal, to me. I don't get it. It's so confusing, and I'm just so humble. And thank you, everyone, for watching the videos and getting them out this far. I don't...
Hello, Avery.
I don't know what to say, but thank you.
You're welcome,
I think that's enough of me
Deeskitty.
yapping. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.
I should. Okay.
This video is going to be somewhat different from the rest of my videos. As you all know, normally I'd show you an entire band's discography while
Doing school right now, but the next lesson is only 4 pages long, so I'll be done soon. That's good.
going through the lore chronologically. I simply can't do that with Black Pentecost because of... there's not much to talk about in terms of the music. It's one demo, and the rest is the lore. So this video is going to be a lot shorter than the rest of my other videos because, again, it's an underground band that released one demo that has one of the most insane lores ever.
Understandable.
Pentecost reportedly started as a duo in either 1997 or 1998, with the duo being Prime Minister Rofakale, who was on synth, drums and vocals, and Ganzia, who was on bass and vocals. They recorded one demo called Funeral Winds in Paradise and featured an extra two people, Lilith and Venus Nocturna, who were credited as vocalists. The style of this demo is very clearly heavily inspired by Abruptum, and is in the same genre that Abruptum pioneered, which is what I'd consider a black noise. I think what makes
Black noise, yeah. That sounds about right.
Black Pentecost different to me, at least, and what makes me genuinely prefer it over Abruptum is the just genuine incredible synth work that has been done all throughout this album. This is some incredible synth work. And if you're a big fan of like dungeon synth or dark ambient music, I think you'll absolutely love Black Pentecost.
Okay.
I'm going to have the one song that is publicly available online from this demo in the background as the background music, so you guys can get a good feel and good vibe for Black Pentecost. Past the release of Funeral Winds in Paradise on both demo and CD, Black Pentecost would completely disappear for 14 years. And this is where our video will be taking an extreme detour, as we're now going to talk a bit about the backstory of the band. As in December of 2012, Black Pentecost would give their one and seemingly only interview where they explained a bit more about the band. In the interview, we see founding member Ganzia and a new member whose name is John. They explain that they recently reformed Black Pentecost with 3 new members, but they will not be including Prime Minister Rofakale due to... I'm not joking when I say this, okay? The reason they don't include Prime Minister Rofakale is because after the release of Funeral Winds in Paradise, he suffered a psychotic break, became a transgender dominatrix by the name of, let me read this out, Mistress Sadrina.
What? Wait, what?
Before transitioning back into a man and becoming an evangelist priest.
Excuse me? Excuse me? What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?
You cannot make this shit up. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, what do you mean? Like, that's the story of your lead vocalist? That just happens? Like, after one... Like, what? The story of Rofakale seems like it just simply cannot be true, as it's just too absurd to imagine a black metal musician going from this, like, these types of screams and shit, to becoming a dominatrix transgender woman, and then transitioning back into a man and becoming an evangelist priest. This is where we get into the next mystery of Black Pentecost, which...
How the fuck does that work?
Is why only now start doing, like, interviews and all this shit for a band that's apparently been disbanded for 14 years? Well, that's because Black Pentecost appears to have reformed sometime in the early 2010s, and it appears that they had plans to release new music. But before that, we've got to rewind a bit and talk about 2 lost Black Pentecost albums.
Okay.
In the interview with Black Pentecost, the remaining band members give us a bit of background as to why Black Pentecost only ever had one release. With them saying that after Rofakale had his journey of self-discovery, they had actually recorded up to 2 different albums for Black Pentecost. Those now lost albums being called Dominion Without Grace, which apparently featured more conventional songs, more samples, and apparently actual guitars, with Ganzia actually preferring the album to Funeral Winds in Paradise. There was also reportedly another album Black Pentecost had recorded, with that album being a compilation self-titled album, featuring different covered songs and 3 original songs called Macabre Sodomy, At the Left Hand of God, and Wolven Dominion. Now, you might be wondering, why are these albums lost? What happened to them? I'll just let the members of Black Pentecost explain this themselves.
And
Yeah. Why are these albums missing? Because if it's as crazy as why their secondary vocalist is gone, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind.
insisted on keeping the dad tape, and that is now lost. That went down the Orwellian memory hole.
Have you tried to talk to him about getting it back?
No, I don't want him to try.
I don't think he's approachable at this point for
No,
something like
he's
that
lost his
because,
mind now.
If he were to do that, he would ruin his reputation in another scene.
Yeah, now.
So I don't think.
Yeah,
So unless he wants to regain his former glory, in which case, whatever. But I doubt it. I mean, he's like this, whatever now.
Now, we know that the self-titled compilation album was unreleased for a long time. At a recent time to the interview, the two OG members of Black Pentecost found 2 cassette copies of it, with them eventually planning to release it, which leads to our last and final mystery of Black.
So, are we saying that Rofakal just took the other 2 recordings and you can't get them back?
Pentecost. Why didn't they release it? Now, as we can tell, Black Pentecost apparently seemed to have reformed in the early 2010s before completely disappearing once again. It appears that the reformed Black Pentecost would have been a completely different sound to the Black Pentecost we both know here. Black Pentecost, or at least the version we all know here, is a very clearly Abruptum-inspired piece. It's disturbing, bizarre, and utterly hellish. With the reformation of Black Pentecost, they wanted to do something different. They wanted to make it less of a black noise band and making it a classic black/death metal band. They said it would be extremely similar to old school death metal and first wave black metal. And to be honest, I do genuinely believe they had plans to release something. But sadly, we'll probably never hear it, as it's completely unknown what has happened to Black Pentecost or the members of the band.
Jesus.
The only thing that we can really connect Black Pentecost to was a defunct band from 1995 called Evil God Revival, which had our favorite evangelist transgender dominatrix, Rofakal, as a member. So, with that being said, let's go over a rundown of what we fully know about this band before we end the video.
Okay.
Black Pentecost was a duo formed in 1997 or 1988 before inducting in 2 other members. The band was clearly heavily inspired by the band Abruptum and has only ever had one official release called Funeral Winds in Paradise. After the release of the demo as both a cassette and a CD release, the drummer and vocalist Prime Minister Rofakal suffered a psychotic break and became a transgender dominatrix and then became an evangelic priest. The band,
which is insane,
is connected to a power metal band called Evil God Revival, and the band reformed sometime in the 2010s but appears to have not made anything since. There is 2 lost Black Pentecost albums called Dominion Without Grace and a self-titled compilation album. The songs on Dominion Without Grace were apparently structured better and had more samples with an actual guitar on the album.
Okay.
Ganzia prefers it to Funeral Winds in Paradise. The self-titled compilation album featured a song called Macabre Sodomy, featured 2 cover songs, and the first Black Pentecost song ever recorded, At the Left Hand of God and Woven Dominion. And finally, that the sound for the reunion was going to be somewhere close to old school death metal and first wave black metal. Now, with all that being said, what do you guys personally think about Black Pentecost? Do you guys love them? Do you guys hate them? Do you guys think this is shit? Do you guys think this is horrid? Do you guys think this is an absurd story? Are you guys filled with hate over this story? Are you...
Bro, I'm just fucking confused. Like, what in the actual fuck is this story is all I need to ask.
Like, I had no idea about, like, any of this lore. I got the comment. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea for a video. I'll do another one on this. I didn't know that this would be like this. This is one of the most insane, just random, absurd pieces of lore I've ever heard in my life. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I can't help but love it, you know? Like, I can't help but laugh at the absurdity of it. So, with that, I end this video and hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching.
That was such a short roller coaster, but it was still an absurd roller coaster regardless. Holy fuck, dude. I was not expecting a black metal band to be that insane. Holy shit.